It won't be this way. Said it won't be this way. Be encouraged today. Be encouraged today. It won't be this way. Said it won't be this way.
Institute for Higher Consciousness, or IFHC is what we like to call it. Listen, I am so excited about the things that I've been learning. They've literally opened my eyes, opened my spirit. Some of the things, some of the concepts and the ideas are things that I've never ever thought about. I'm telling you, there's one teaching about the elements, and I'm not going to get into it because I can't do it. But that teaching right there alone is absolutely life changing. And so I'm telling you today, you need to join us, join up, join the courses, sign up, do whatever you need to do, make the investment. If you want to see a change in your life, you need to join IFHC today. Your mind will be blown 1000%. Regina L. Silman is one of the most brilliant minds that I've come across in the last 30 years. So I'm telling you right now, you need to be in these classes. IFHC, Institute for Higher Consciousness. I want to see you there. All right.
Gracious God, creator of the universe, and yet the lover of my soul. Alpha and Omega, and yet I can call you friend. I don't have to beg you for anything, but I can thank you for everything. God, I thank you because this is the day that you have made, and I can rejoice and be glad in it. Thank you for this day of magnificence and glory and splendor. God, I thank you for life, health, and for strength. I thank you for soundness of mind. I thank you for peace, love, and joy. I thank you for the essence of you that envelops me right now, from the crown of my head to the soles of my feet. We thank you for this day of manifestation. We thank you for the day of revelation. We thank you for the day of impartation. We thank you as you move in the midst of your people to bring us to the greatest times that we've ever seen since the foundation of the world. Thank you, Lord, that for this time and for this season, you've allowed us to be a part of your move in the face of the earth. I thank you, God, for the revolution that you're bringing forth, God, even in the midst of the earth right now. And I thank you for the opportunity to be a part of what you're doing in this hour, because in the last days, saith God, you said you would pour out your spirit on all flesh. And so now we thank you for the pouring out. God, I thank you for the rain and the move of your spirit. I thank you for fresh oil. I thank you for new wine. I thank you for the new thing that you're doing. I thank you now that it does spring forth. I thank you, Lord, that you've called us to be the head and not the tail. You've called us to be above only and not beneath. You've called us to be the lender and not the borrower. You've called, God, that our storehouses would be full and increase. God, I thank you because even I decree and declare that the people under the sound of my voice even now are moving in the might of your strength. not by might nor by power, but by your spirit. I thank you for those that are the sons and daughters of God that are called because they walk not after the flesh, but after your spirit. I thank you for the rising up of the people of your kingdom. I thank you that your kingdom come. I thank you that your will be done, even now in earth as it is in heaven. I thank you, Lord, because you are moving in the midst of your people mightily as never before. Raise us up, oh God, to the standard of what you've called us to be. God, I thank you for the standard of greatness. I thank you for the standard of holiness. I thank you for the standard of moving as the sons and daughters of yours and not as vagabonds, not as those that never knew you, not as those that are confused and confounded, but God, those that know who they are in you. I thank you for the knowing. I thank you, God, for knowing you. I thank you for knowing your presence. Thank you for knowing your Holy Ghost power that gives us the ability to be successful. Your anointing that gives us the power to rise up and be called blessed. Thank you for that is in us. Thank you, God, for all things that pertain to life and godliness. Thank you because we are not confused. We are not deceived. And we thank you for that clarity of mind and the clarity of vision that allows us to walk forth as kings and queens, as princes and princesses in the kingdom that walk in the earth. We thank you that we are your beloved and we rise up as the apple of your eye. We rise up, oh God, as those that you love with all of your heart. And God, we love you back. I thank you for soundness of mind. I thank you for soundness of spirit. I thank you that healing is our bread. Healing is our deliverance. By the stripes of Jesus, we're already healed. And we speak forth that healing even now for those that need it. Thank you, God, for every stripe that was taken. Thank you for the bruising. Thank you that he was wounded for our transgressions, bruised for our iniquities. The chastisement of our peace was upon him. God, with those same stripes we declare and we speak healing in Jesus' name. We give you glory, we give you peace, we give you honor, we give you blessing, we give you might. We ascribe all of these things unto you because they are yours. Thank you, the fruit of my lips giving thanks unto your name, ever giving you all that is yours. Glory, honor, power, dominion, majesty. It's yours. I decree it and I speak it. In the mighty name of Jesus, it is so. Amen and amen.
Well, good morning, good morning, good morning. I want to welcome you to today's edition of Yes You O Cube. What does O Cube stand for? One-on-one, just me and you. I am your spiritual thought leader, Regina L. Stillman, and I'm so glad that you joined me on today. Yes, beloved, it is Friday. Can you believe it? We made it through another week. It is Friday, March the 17th in the year 2023. And you know how we do it. It's another day's journey. It's another week that we've made it through. Come on in here, y'all. Come on in here, because this is how we do it on Fridays. As soon as I find it, saints, as soon I love y'all, and I know y'all love me back. Here we go. And that's the way we do it on Friday, y'all. That's the way we do it on Friday mornings. We give all the praise, glory, and honor to the Lord because definitely it's nobody but God that brought us through this week. As one songwriter said, through many, many dangers, toils, and snares, I have already come. And listen, I know it was grace that brought me safe thus far. And grace is going to lead me right on home. I appreciate everybody that came in here this morning to spend time in the Lion's Den. Now, let's get this party started. Let's get this party crack-a-lacking. Because listen, this is another fine day that we are here, and I'm glad about it. Now, let's come over and see who came in the VIP section. Yes, it's a beautiful group over there in the VIP section this morning, and I'm so glad that every last one of them are in the house on this morning. So here we go, here we go, here we go. I appreciate Truck Driver. Yes, that's my Mufasa, and he was the security on this morning. And the beautiful thing about it, he might have been running just a tad late, and so, you know, one of our others came in and ran security detail until he could get here. But he said good morning to all the aunties, uncles, cousins, saints, and friends. Just came in giving all the love and took post and took his turn of duty. And I appreciate you, Truck Driver. That's my Mufasa. That's my Lion King. That's my guy right there. That's my brother till 10 toes up. Now, who was working detail for him? None other than my sis from the Chi-Town. Yes, Tall Pumps looked around and she saw that the Saints were unattended. And she said, listen, let me get my security detail. And I'm telling you, when I saw Tall Pumps, when I saw Tall Pumps running down, running down the hall, said, I guess I'll be on security till Truck Driver gets here. I'm just cracking up. Y'all are too much out here. Y'all are just too much out here in these streets. Good morning to you, Tall Pumps, and nothing but mad love to you. Now, we had the three that came in that won places to sit down. And as I always say, the competition in the Lion's Den is always about the love. It's always about the love. It is no level of competition that gets mean and nasty. It's always about good-hearted love and everybody trying to make it to the Lion's Den to make sure there's plenty of love, joy, peace, soul, and happiness in the Lion's Den when you all get here. So listen, let's get that started and let's look at those beautiful, beautiful, happen to be sisters today that made this thing work today. And the third person in the Lion's Den this morning was none other than Kim Possible 711. You did that, sis. That's my pastor from the ATL. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Isn't she beautiful? Just had a glorious time coming in and seeing. Go ahead and sit down on that love seat right over there, Kim Possible. Go ahead and sit down right over there. That is your seat. And who's going to sit there along with you is none other than Cassandra Isaiah, otherwise known as Sassy Cassie. That's my girl right there. Go ahead and sit down right next to Kim Possible 711. Yes, the two of you all are going to habitate that beautiful love seat on this morning. Nothing but mad love, joy, peace, soul, and happiness coming from you every time you darken the door of the Lion's Den. But the winner of Grandpa Holmes' chair is none other than my beautiful sister from the UK, Dendarn. You are the winner of Grandpa Holmes' chair. Get your lips, hips, and fingertips. Let me get your everything going. There we go. Come on, sis. You did that. Get your lips, your hips, and your fingertips right over there, Dendarn. You are the winner of Grandpa Holmes' chair. And nothing but mad love to you, my sister. Nothing but mad love to you. And that's the way we do it in the VIP section of the Lion's Den. I appreciate all the beautiful people that come in. And I enjoy coming in and reading the conversations that they have amongst themselves. Now, check this out. Let me see if I can find it. They came in giving hugs. I mean, they came in. Listen, and the Barbara Streisand in The Leopard. The Barbara Streisand in the leopard outfit with the matching hat just took me out. I love it. I love it. I love it. Tall Pumps came in and she did the honors of making sure that our queen was crowned. So I appreciate you. And listen, this is the way Tall Pumps did it. She made sure that Queen Dindarn was good and ready to go. So there you have it. That's the way they did it out there. Listen, y'all were doing the most out there. I absolutely positively love it. I absolutely positively love it. That's the way we do it in the Lion's Den, y'all, in the VIP section. And there's nothing but a whole lot of love going on over there. Now, you know, I love to stop and just give some applause and give some recognition. Get that mod love out. Get that mod love out. Because when I tell you I got the best mods in the world, please believe it. I wouldn't lie to you. I'm your spiritual thought leader. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to tell you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God. I see that mod love, Stacy 546. Come on in here. Shelly Thunder. I see that mod love fairly all day. I see it Rebel Inc. I see it K2 Hoop. I see it Dindarn. I see it Cassandra Woke 2022. Shelly Thunder is my prophetess, or she is a prophetess. Let me listen. I learned that, honey, saints come in the Lion's Den and they just get the prophetic on them, even if they don't have it. They come in and they listen. Even if they can't prophesy, even if they ain't heard a word from the Lord, they want to prophesy once they leave from the Lion's Den. Listen, this is a true prophetess. Come on in here. Kapow, kapow. Yes, I'm telling you, the prophetess. Yes, there she is. Shelly Thunder. So much love to her. Listen, she'll give you a word in season because she's going to give you a word straight from the word of God. She's going to give you a prophetic utterance if she feels that down in her shando. You heard what I didn't say, Rebel? You heard what I didn't say? I didn't say lying prophet, but I did just now. Oh, yes, she'll come in and she'll do all of that, but she'll also pray for you, but she'll block your tail if she needs to. She will block you. And I appreciate her. Shelly Thunder, you are precious to my soul. Then we got the Rebel Inc. Yes, that's my Ace Boom Coon. That's my day one. That's my girl. That is the Rebel Inc. And she is a streamer and a prophetess too. You better, but prophet lion, Shelly. They come in prophet lion. Listen, this is what I want you to understand about the Rebel Inc. If you're not following her, quit your ways. Quit your wicked ways, because she's going to bless your whole life. We'll be going over there and spending time with her this morning as soon as we leave from this location. Just jump on that Raid Train bus. You don't even have to walk. You don't have to drive your own car. Just gather your things and get on the bus. And we're going to ride that, or actually train. And we're going to ride that Raid Train right on over there. Then, a quiet storm. Yes, the third part of the Blessed Trinity. Michelle Brownell, that's my girl right there, and I love me some her. She is that one that can change the atmosphere just by being in it. These are my three beautiful, beautiful mods. I call them the Blessed Trinity. I love every last three of these babies. Listen, they are precious to my soul. I love them. I love them. I love them. And they keep us straight here in the Lion's Den. They make sure that all is well with our soul. If they got some act right. Now, sometimes they come in and all's not well with their souls. And as Rebel Inc. says, and this is the truth, please believe it, Rebel, Shelly Thunder, I see that, my love. And yes, that's the gang right there. Listen, Rebel Inc., let me tell you, she's not lying. Please believe it when she tells you, when she goes into a service and a space where it's out of order, she gets more out of order. Please believe it. The child is not lying. When she walks into, don't let her come into a church service that's out of order. Because, baby, if it's out of order, she's going to be more out of. But fairly all day, they don't play with it. They do not. Do you understand the words coming out of my mouth? They do not play with it. They will block your tail and send you on your way packing. That's the way they operate in the Lion's Den. Yes, Rebel, it's a fact. It's not a lie. I'm telling what God loves. The truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God. It's facts, Shelly Thunder. It's facts. Don't y'all get out of order, because listen, my moderators can show you how to do it. Please believe it. I love these beautiful ladies, and they're all that in a bag of chips. Now, come on. I want to come around, and as my mother says, when you come into a room, speak to somebody. And this is my time just to come around and say good morning to everybody. Rebel, I don't know if you can, but it looks like we might have to manually put in the link for, I don't know, Facebook for some reason didn't like me this morning. I don't know if we can manually put that in so they can join, but they're asking out there about coming in, but there's not a link. All right. So let's get this party crack-a-lacking. I like to come around and I like to say good morning to everybody. And so here we go. Stacy 546, that's my sister. So much mad love to you. I see you. Den Darn, I see you. Come on in here. SK 8843, I see you. Nothing but love to you. Coming on down, and I'm looking and booking, and the Rebel Ink came in bright and early this morning telling me she hated the video. And that's okay, but we love the video, and we love you too, Rebel Ink. Coming on down, and I'm looking and I'm booking, and who else came in the Lion's Den fairly all day? My dearest friend, so much mad love to you. I see you in the room this morning. I'm looking and I'm checking out, and who else is in here but my Mufasa truck driver? Yes, truck driver 57 is in here giving love to everybody in the Lion's Den, and so much mad love coming right back to you. Downtown Melvin Brown from my LinkedIn family, so much love to you. That's my shouting partner. I see you, sir. I see you. Get those shouting shoes on. Coming on down, and I'm looking and I'm booking, and K2 Hoop is in the room. I see you, my sister. Nothing but mad love to you. Mad love, mad love, mad love. Cassandra Woke 2022, I see you, and thank you for being in the Lion's Den this morning. Tall Pumps is pumping tall, and good morning to you, sis. Nothing but mad love. She is the moderator for Woman Unsilenced. If you're not following Woman Unsilenced, quit your wicked ways. Quit your wicked ways, because listen, she's going to bless your whole life. I promise you she will. And once again, Tall Pumps, good morning to you. Coming on down, and I'm looking and I'm booking and I'm making that list and I'm checking it twice. And as I say, I already know who's naughty and who's nice. T. Summers is in the room this morning. Yes, T. Summers is a streamer. If you're not following T. Summers, quit your wicked ways. Quit your wicked ways, because she's going to bless your whole life. She is our partner in the Boss Energy Christmas cruise. Make sure, everybody that needs to see her, make sure that you see her and make a payment. Yes, make a payment on your trip, because I want to see you there. Good morning to you, T. Summers. Nothing but mad love to you, and it's always a blessing to have you in the Lion's Den. I'm coming on down, and I'm looking to see who came in the basement while I was upstairs, and there she is. Shelly Thunder. Yes, she's in the room, y'all. She's in the room, and good morning to you. You are precious to my soul. Coming on down, and I'm looking and I'm booking and I'm checking out who is in here this morning. Risky Ringo 85. Good morning to you, my brother. Nothing but mad love coming to you. Come on in the room. It's good to see you. There's my Glenda M. Groves. You went on over to YouTube. I see you, sis. Thank you. Yes, something's going on. Facebook didn't want to see me this morning, but thank you for migrating on over to YouTube. So much mad love to you, sis. So much mad love to you. My life journey. I see you, sis. Grand rising to you and mad love to you. I appreciate you. I just give you all the love, because listen, you are precious to my soul as well. You just bless me every time I see you, everywhere I see you. Just beautiful people in the Lion's Den. Coming on down, and who else is in here? Yes, if you could give them the link for YouTube, that would be great. Coming on down, and I'm looking and I'm booking and I'm checking it out, and I'm seeing, is there anybody else here? Disco Darren 1966 is in the room, y'all. He is a streamer. Yes, he's an awesome streamer, you all. And if you're not following Disco Darren, quit your wicked ways. Quit your wicked ways. Because listen, he's going to bless your whole life. He had a women's takeover in the beauty shop, actually in the barber shop. The sisters were in there yesterday. The Rebel Ink was in there along with others. And listen, we came and it was a fun time just supporting that venue on yesterday. Good to see you this morning, Disco Darren. I didn't know if you're going to recover in time to get back this morning, because y'all was in there last night. Y'all were in there last night. Chris Crystal method. There is a method to the madness. Actually, we're going to say there's a method to the sanity, because we're not going for madness anymore. There's a method to the sanity up in here. And I appreciate you so much for being here. Mad love to you. Now, I think I've got everybody that's in the room so far. Let me come out and see if the link is out there yet in Facebook. I'll keep checking back because I like to try. They do talk to me out there. They do talk to me over there. Thank you for putting that link up. I see it. We are cocked and loaded. So let me, I'm trying. Sheila Miles, Kimberlyn Sinkfield. Good morning to you, sis. I see you out there in the Facebook family. So much mad love to you. Thank you for being here. Mary C. Patterson, I see you, sis, over there in the Facebook family. And you all are in Spiritual Thought Leader. Come on in here. And Lynn K. Frost McNish. Thank you all. Listen, Facebook is growing, and I appreciate those are in the chat, those that are not in the chat, but you're out there just watching and looking and auditing. I appreciate you. All right. We're missing from one site, but the rest of them are up. We'll let those two go, and we'll let the other one go. All right. Now, that being said, I think we got everybody this morning, and I always love the fact that you all come in and bring so much love into the Lion's Den. You all make this time worthwhile. So much love to you. So much love to you. Every last one of you. KK79. There she is. That's my beautiful sister right there with my beautiful baby girl. Yes, yes, yes. KK79. Nothing but mad love to you. I appreciate you for being in here this morning. Now, let's get this party started and let's get this party crack-a-lacking. We're going to be in and we're going to get out. KK79, is that your only child, the little girl that was in with you on Institute for Higher Consciousness? Anybody that wants to be a part of that, you've still got time to be a part of the class. You definitely do. But listen, she came in last Saturday and brought that little beautiful baby on in here. Just made my day in the Institute. I tell you, it's just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And there's the link. You have a little boy too. Oh, you got the perfect little girl, little boy combo. Well, listen, it's a beautiful family and you're a beautiful woman. Thank you for all that you bring. I love your energy. I love everything about you. Give him a hug from STL too. Tell him it's from STL. Give him a hug. Give both of them a hug and tell him it's from STL. Now listen. What had happened was, get your coffee cups out, get your coffee cups out, get your coffee cups out. What had happened was, whilst we slumbered, slept and slobbered, there were a few things that happened. And listen. So while we look at what had happened while we slumbered, slept and slobbered, I see your coffee cup, Stacy 546. I see you, KK. I see you, Dendarn. I see you, My Life Journey. Whilst we slumbered, slept and slobbered, SK 8843. I see you, dear. Come on in here and let's get this thing going. Listen, whilst we slumbered, slept and slobbered, I tell you now, this is, I'm just not really into all of this going on with the fighting and the wars and all of that. The Avion Don is in the room. So much mad love to you. Good morning to you. They still coming in. Listen, they still coming in the door. Bronx Harlem girl, come on in here. I see your coffee cups and mad love to you. Tall pumps, I see it. Crazy Berrytown is in the room. Yes, she's still celebrating from yesterday's birthday. So much mad love to you. Now listen. Crazy Berrytown is a streamer, y'all. She will Zumba you to Zion. She'll give you a chit chat and a sip. I'm not going to tell you what's in the cup. And she will also lead us in Good Grief when she's able to come back. Good Grief is on a hiatus right now. And that's okay because we all healing. Please believe me when I tell you that. We all healing, including STL. But listen. This sister right here is a streamer. If you're not following Crazy Berrytown, quit your wicked ways. Quit your wicked ways, because I'm telling you, Crazy Berrytown she is the whole vibe. Please believe me when I tell you, she's the whole vibe. This is my beautiful friend. And listen, it's good to see you this morning. I hope you're not hungover. I'm just playing, Crazy Berrytown. I'm just playing. Listen, I'm telling you. That's the birthday beauty right there. Come on. on. I see folks still gathering. Shall we gather at the river? Listen, who else came in? There was somebody else that ran through here. I don't want to miss anybody. I thought I saw another name that came up in the house this morning. Excuse me, if you've come in the last few minutes, put your name in because I don't want to miss anybody. Just drop if you just came in the last 2 minutes and I didn't call your name, please drop your name in there because I want to give you recognition. Now, listen, second NATO member has just sent fighter jets to Ukraine. Slovakia has decided that they are Original Man. That's who it is. Original Man 718. Good morning to you. So glad to have you in the house and nothing but mad love coming to you. Nothing but you. You wish you was kind of hungover. Listen, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. The Original Man is in the house. Every streamer here, let me stop right here. Every streamer here, put a 1 in the chat because we want to follow every streamer that is in the room this morning. And for fear that I may have missed hollering you out, shouting you out, please put your information. Just put a 1. And you can drop your link and your information if you'd like to, but at bare minimum, thank you. The Avion Don, I thought so. Avion Don is a streamer. Come on in here. I appreciate you. Go ahead and put those chat. If you're in Twitch, just link on the Avion Don's name and go on out there and do the follow. Original Man, come on. I love it. I love it. I love it. If you're not following Original Man, if you're not following the Avion Don, quit your wicked ways. Quit your wicked ways because they're going to bless your whole life. I appreciate you all for being in here. Streamers supporting streamers. That's a beautiful thing. And I appreciate you. Now listen. Slovakia has now sent planes, fighter jets over to Ukraine to help them fight. And at the end of the day, like I told you all on yesterday, I feel some kind of way about as our financial institutions are flailing and falling down. Isn't it interesting that all of a sudden we want to start getting the people hyped up and refocus back on the war? Now, this is what I'm going to say, and I really feel this all the way down in my shando. And listen, I don't just throw shade, I shed light, but this is the way I really feel about it. Anytime, now, this is the way I feel about it. Anytime they want a distraction at this point, anytime they need a distraction at this point, they're going to always revert back to the war. Listen, we got banks failing. We got bank leaders giving themselves money before they get out. And we want to come up and talk about the war. Now, listen, this war's been going on for how long? Failing, my lock journey. Banks are failing. And rather than talk about that, what did we get yesterday for a headline? The Russians shot down a drone. Now, did anybody go out there and look? Because I didn't. I'm going to tell you the truth. I didn't go out there and look. But did anybody go out there and look and see when that drone got shot down? Because I got a feeling. I got a feeling. Didn't somebody sing that in the song? I got a feeling that tonight wasn't the night that it happened. Last night wasn't the night that I got a feeling. So listen, my point being, I want you all to pay attention. Pay attention. You think it was in 1950? Stacey, it probably was in 1953, but they reported it yesterday so that they can make it a headline over these failing banks. Please believe it. Listen, I want y'all to pay attention because at the end of the day, anytime they want to distract you, it's a distraction. Anytime they want to distract you, then all of a sudden they can start talking about the war and talking about the Russians, and the people get real upset. The people get real anxious. The people get real fearful and frightened, and they forget that we got banks failing over here. They forget that we got Brother Carter's body out here dismembered. Lavinia Christine, thank you for locking the stream. Okay, now I know Facebook is working. There we go. There we go. That's my sister, and mad love to you. To all of the Facebook spots are working. Thank you so much. Oh, I see you. Regina K. Sims, come on in here, sis. Mad love to you. Mad love to you. I see we got it running. Now, This is what I want us to pay attention. Don't drink the Kool-Aid. Keep your eyes on the prize. Keep your eyes on the facts. The facts, only the facts, ma'am. I need y'all to pay attention to the facts. So again, we've got this as a headliner this morning, but you know, who cares? Breaking news, 1953. Y'all silly. Y'all are silly. You know, so at the end of the day, this is what I want us to think about. Why do they push the agendas and the stories that they push out there? They don't now. So this was the headliner that Slovakia is now sending fighter jets over to help Ukraine. Could it be? Could it be? The devil. Baby, it ain't nothing but that old slimy devil. So again, distractions ain't nothing but distractions, my lock journey. Ain't nothing but distractions, den darn. Pay attention. Don't. I told y'all, keep your eye on the shell with the ball. Don't get lost in it. Don't get lost in it. Keep your eyes on the shell with the ball. Because, baby, they'll shuffle that thing around and have your brain just absolutely scrambled. And we'll be talking about stuff that ain't about nothing. While banks are failing, I'm going to keep saying that, banks are failing over here in the U.S. So there you have it. I want us to pay attention and be clear. I want us to understand what's going on. So that's the way we rolling up in here. Please, please, please. It's always a distraction. Always a distraction, my lock journey. Joanna G98, come on in the room. So much mad love to you. So much mad love. It's good to see you, sis. Welcome into the Lion's Den this morning. Blessings upon blessings to you. Listen, we need to be clear about that my lock journey because they just dangle all kind of carrots. And this is what, listen, you know, I don't just throw shade, I shed light. So let me unshade right here. I want you all to pay attention because this is the way we have found our country to operate. If they can dangle a carrot in front of you and make you chase it, if they can put something shiny in front of you to get your eyes diverted from the real issue, you know, I told y'all even when, and if you all were following me, for those that were back in 2020, you know I'm not lying, when they kept all of this stupid stuff that 45 was doing that just was, it didn't even make any sense. It didn't even make any sense. And we were caught up in that. And I kept saying to you all, pay attention because they are putting federal judges all over this land. Pay attention. That administration placed more federal judges than any other administration. I said, y'all pay attention every time you turn around. And then they also played the game and won it with as far as putting the Supreme Court justice on, because y'all remember when Barack Obama was on his way out of office and there was a seat that came open on the Supreme Court, and they were argued and would not let it's too close to time. And I want to say he was 18 months out. It's too close to time. It's too close to time. We can't allow you to do that. We need to wait until the next one. And so they ended up waiting until 45 got in there and they put who they wanted. Then we had RGB came and I mean, she died in the 9th hour. And next thing you know, in the self same week to 2 weeks, they got another person's lips, hips, and fingertips in the chair. Now, President Obama, we talking about, was 18 months out and it's too soon. And then you get some, y'all, listen, I'm telling you what God loves. I need y'all to pay attention. They stacked the deck. They stacked the deck fairly all day. And I kept telling y'all, I said, y'all out here looking, and he was saying stupid stuff. And that was highlight. That was headline news. I said, y'all pay attention. They keep on putting judges. They keep on placing judges. They keep on placing judges. Why? Because all they have to do is put some little carrot out there in front of us and we'll chase that joker. I mean, in a cold sweat. will chase that thing knowing full well you're not ever going to bite that carrot. They know that. But while you're distracted and your eyes are on this, they're doing that over there. Y'all pay attention. I just can't say it enough. Pay attention. And now, what do we have to contend with? We've got cases that we would like to be heard, but we can't get them passed because, baby, they done stacked those courts at the federal level so hard that, honey, you ain't got to worry about getting it to the Supreme Court because you can't. Listen, at the end of the day, we can't get it out of the federal court because you got judges that have already come in and stacked that court. I need y'all to pay attention. So once more and again, that story right there to me is nothing more, even though it's the headliner for today, to me it's nothing more than a distraction. So there you have it. Please pay attention. Please pay attention. And make your decisions, make informed decisions about what's going on in this here world, but don't get caught up in the hype. Now listen, whilst we slumbered, slept, and slobbered, this right here, let me get this queued up for you. Let me get this queued up for you. And we really don't even need to. Here we go. Now, an Alabama school is playing with this, and they think it's going to work as a solution to shooters coming in and killing up the children and the teachers in the classroom. So they have now come up with a means by which they can make a bulletproof room. And watch this and enjoy this beautiful bean footage.
You can see here there's no handle on the outside, so in the event of an emergency, a teacher or administrator is able to close the door and lock it so the students are kept safely inside.
Now that, beloved, is a bulletproof room. Now you might say, STL, why does that get your goat? It gets my goat because instead of getting guns off the street, now, you know whoever made that pull them out bulletproof room is about to make bank. Do you understand? This is ridiculous. They'd rather do this and put money into this than to do something about the gun violence. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? How stupid. But listen, this, and somebody's about to get filled a pull-out room, a pull-em-out room. Now for all of you, Crazy Berry Town, and Crazy Berry Town, for those that don't know, she is a professor at college level. She is a professor. So, you know, in case you didn't know. So Crazy Berry Town, are you ready to work up your muscles so you can pull them out room, that pull them out bulletproof room? Are your muscles? Saints of the Most High God, are we playing? Are you playing with me right now? You would rather give me a pull-out room than to deal with gun violence. Why? Because folk love their Second Amendment rights. Because you got folk running around that they love their guns more than they love the children. You would rather invest your money, and I promise you, installing those in all the rooms in the schools around the country. How much money do you think that company's getting ready to make? Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? How much money do you think that company is about to make off of installing these stupid pull them out bulletproof rooms? What are we doing? Listen, I gotta go here because it deserves one. Could it be? Could it be? The devil! Baby, this ain't nothing but that old slimy devil. Please believe it. You mean to tell me that makes more sense to you than to deal with gun violence, to deal with getting guns off the street? Hey, Yoshi Son 77, good morning to you. Come on in the room. So glad to have you here this morning. Mad love. A streamer's here, Yoshi Son 77. If you're not following Yoshi Son 77, quit your wicked ways. Quit your wicked ways, because listen, you will be blessed. Welcome and thank you for coming in the Lion's Den this morning. Now, you'd rather put more money into this stupid concoction than to take care of gun violence. That's why I got nothing but side eye. Listen, and at the end of the day, you're just going to put money in these people's hands, and it's just dastardly that you'd rather do that than to actually address the issue. The issue is there are too many guns, there are too many semi-automatic weapons out here, there are too many folk out here that have mental health issues that don't have to be really screened to get a gun. There's all kinds of issues. There's too many racist folk out here that want to just shoot them up a whole bunch. Listen, deal with the issues. Get to the root of the matter. Can you do that? No, we can't do that because Second Amendment rights. If that wasn't the stupidest thing I saw this morning, if that was not the stupidest thing I saw this morning. But there you have it. So yes, Tall Pumps, this is the answer. What if the shooter is in the room with them? Oh, then, the kids can hear, they can wear listen, bulletproof vests. Is that what we getting ready to do, Tall Pumps? Put all the kids, you come in and you march in the room, go over there to the cabinet and pull out your bulletproof vest and what are we doing? Anything but deal with the issue. Risky Ringo, because they double dipping, making money on the guns and making money on the bulletproof rooms. And let me take the devil down, because you didn't lie on that, Risky. You didn't lie on that. And it's probably the same gun manufacturers that came out with this concoction of a room. Woo, y'all better talk in here. This is insanity. This is stupid is as stupid does. Listen, folks, this is not the time. By the time we start pulling the first part, we all did. Joanna G is also a teacher. Listen, this is what we'd rather have our teachers have to contend with. Now we've gone from teachers carrying guns and shoot them up. If a shooter comes in the room, make the teacher shoot the shooter. Now we got make the teacher pull out the bulletproof room. And while y'all pulling out the room, what's going to protect you from getting shot up by the shooter? Can you explain that to me? While you're being shot up, what's going to protect you, teachers, from being shot up by the shooter? Make that make sense. Just make it make sense. Can you do that for me? It just doesn't make any sense to me. So at the end of the day, I look at that and I thought, to somebody, that made a whole lot of sense. To some stupid person, that made sense. But at the end of the day, it doesn't work for me. So I looked at that, y'all. And if you didn't know, now you know. They got these out here that they want to put out in the system, in the school system. And at the end of the day, this I put the other day, and it seems like the appropriate time to pull this one out. When you ban books, before you ban guns, you've admitted you're more afraid of children learning than you are of them dying. Did you understand the words that came out of my mouth? Let me say it once more and again, because it just seemed like the perfect time to bring this one out. I've been holding this one for a few days, maybe even a few weeks. But when you ban books before you ban guns, you just admitted that you're more afraid of the children learning than you are of them dying. And I said what I said. And can I say it one more time for the people in the back? When you ban books before you ban a gun, you just admitted that you're more afraid of the children learning than you are of them dying. And let that sink in, would you please? So there you have it, people. There you have it. Z Lady C, come on in the room, sis. So much love to you. It's good to have you in the room. Dr. Dady Priest is in the room, y'all. Listen, Dr. Dady Priest is a streamer because engagement matters. If you're not following Dr. Dady Priest, quit your wicked ways, because she's going to bless your whole entire life. I promise you she will. Good morning to both of you. Now, again, let's consider that. They'll ban books, but what happened to the right to free speech? What happened to the right to... You can ban a book, but you won't ban a gun, because there are more racist white people that are attached to those guns, and they want to scream, Z Lady C, thank you for that resub. We're building something. You'd rather make very sure that you had your right to your gun, but we don't have the right to read the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in a book. You don't want that. No, you don't want that. You'd rather ban a book and just walk all over my rights, but you cannot take that. Listen, y'all remember Charlton Heston, God rest his soul. Y'all remember Charlton Heston's infamous words at the gun NRA rally, "From my dead cold hands." Y'all remember when he said that? Y'all listen, he did say it. "From my dead cold hands." In other words, you ain't getting this gun out of my hand. You're going to have to kill me. From my dead cold. Yes, Moses. Y'all remember the 10 Commandments? It's Easter time. They'll start playing that again here in a few weeks. The 10 Commandments, man. Yes. Hair flowing back and hair turning white and going to the mountaintop and all that. From my dead cold hands. Stacy, okay, not a problem. From my dead cold hands. This is the energy that you encounter when you start talking about their right to have a gun, their right to shoot them up, their right to stand their ground. But please believe it, when we stand our ground as black people, you're going to jail. You're going to jail. Let me tell you, you're going to jail. Just please understand it. It's two systems and two processes that take place. So I don't understand the madness either, Bronx Harlem girl. Well, yes, I do understand the madness, because at the end of it, it's about economics, because money, I said it, because I started to make my number one point racism, but it's really not racism, because if the people only understood, if my white brothers and sisters understood, for those of them that don't have economic base, they don't care about you either. I don't care that you are white. The only time poor white people come into play is when racist white people need more numbers. I said what I said, and I'll add to it before I take it back. Y'all know how I do it in here. No cream, no sugar. We take this coffee strong and black, because I tells it like a T-I-Z-tis. I'm going to say it once more and again. And y'all can get heartless mad at me if you want to. The color that this country loves is green. Please be clear on that. The color that this country loves is green. So for my white and Caucasian brothers and sisters that are poor, the only time you matter to racist white folks is when they need numbers. When they need numbers, then they care about you. But when they don't need your numbers, racist white folk don't care about you either, because you poor. I didn't say poor, P-O-O-R. You just po. You're just po. They don't care about the po. They do not. Do you understand? They do not care about the po. And it really is not a racial or ethnic thing when it comes to that. It's really about economics. And this is what Martin Luther King really got onto when he started and shifted gears from just the civil rights movement for equality for those that are marginalized. And he started the Poor Man's Campaign. That really was a turning point. And this is the thing that I say, and y'all don't have to agree with me. They didn't care about Martin as long as him and the civil rights activists were out there marching in the streets. They didn't care about Martin. They didn't care about that. March all you want to, because this system's going to be the way it's been and designed to be this whole time. They cared about Martin when Martin started talking about economics. And when them babies start messing with them people's money, do you understand? Now, I'm going to say it. I'm going to tell what God loves. And y'all don't have to agree with me, but this is my perspective. When Martin and the people start messing with their money, when them cash registers, when nobody was going in them stores and the boycotts were working, because honey, they were getting all them black dollars. And when they started opening them doors and they wasn't selling nothing. When people stopped riding the bus and the money that they was getting from the bus stopped coming in. Y'all understand the words? When they started messing with the people's money, they said somebody got to die. Y'all can march out here listen, I'm saying something right here because I need y'all to understand. Y'all out here talking about violence against violence. They don't care about your violence because we are outpowered. We do not have the firepower that your racist white counterparts have. We don't have that firepower. Go out there and get shot up if you want to. They don't care about that because they know they gonna blow you to smithereens. But baby, when you show me the money and when you take the money and when you start collectively gathering the money, they gonna get all of your attention. You gonna get all of their attention because listen, when you begin to get economic based, they don't care about you trying to be violent. They gonna shoot you graveyard dead like a dog in the street and leave you out there to rot. They don't care about you trying to be violent. They care about you messing with the cha-ching. They mess when you mess with the money. Do y'all understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? Y'all focused on the wrong thing, in my opinion. They don't care about the marching. They don't care about that. When you get an economic base and you begin to build economics, that's when you get their attention. Because that's when you hit them in the pocketbook where it hurts. Y'all looking at the wrong thing. You're not focused correctly. This is why I keep telling us, when we understand a collective economic base that begins to come up and begins to build and begins to change the fabric that has now been all towards the side and leaning forward and toward those racist white folk that hold all the money, when we start building an economic base, baby, then we can talk. Anything other than that, they don't care. They don't care about you talking about we about to get violent. They waiting on you. Listen, can I tell you this? Some folks in the racist world are waiting for black folk to decide to rise up and get violent. Now, I said something right there. And y'all playing checkers and they playing chess. Do you understand? Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? Y'all playing checkers and they playing chess. Sometimes, hear me. And I ain't talking about all white folks. Notice I say racist white folk, because I have white brothers and sisters in here right now, and they are not racist. I'm not talking about them. I'm not talking to them. And all white folks are not racist. I'm clear on that point. I keep telling you, I'm talking about racist white folks. Those are the folk I'm talking. And you got some racist black folk that's confused. Yeah, you understand the words. Honey, when you racist against your own people, you are confused. You let me unshade, because listen, I'm telling what God loves. It's the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God. Oh, we go deep, my life journey. We go deep. Please believe it. Listen, y'all, money, Bronx Harlem girl. That's what makes a difference. The Poor People's Campaign was a death knell for MLK. And you were exactly, in my opinion, I agree, SK. Once he started the Poor People's Campaign, and if we can pull POOL, pull, PULL, all the poor people together, I don't care what color you are. I don't care what your background is. If we can pull all the poor people together and start a movement economically, we gonna make a difference. When them cash registers stopped cash registering, Disco Darren, that's when they got upset. Now I need y'all to be clear on this. I need y'all to really get an understanding, because I'm talking some stuff up in here, Risky Ringo. I'm talking some stuff up in here right now. And they holding on to them guns, my lock journey, because they afraid that when we rise up. But this is the thing I want us to understand as black people. We don't have the money because guns are not cheap. Ammunition is not cheap. We do not have the money and we do not have the manpower and gun power to outnumber them. Now, we may outnumber them in every other way, but we do not when it comes. That's why they getting these guns that can shoot how many rounds? That can take out 50 people in one clip. I need y'all to get some sense. I can take out 50 people with one clip. Why are we doing that? I might be outnumbered as far as white to black, but I'm not outnumbered as far as firepower. And while y'all out here shooting guns that shoot one bullet at a time and you got to reload, I'm taking out a clip that's got a whole 50 bullets in it. Y'all understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? You got to think about this thing strategically. For all of y'all out here running around talking about, I want to be violent, fight violence with violence. No, you fight money with money, because that's the thing that matters here. I need you to be clear. So if you understand, and let's play some chess. Let's play some chess. I need you to have a strategy. I need you, because all the listen, checkers, we move in one direction. In checkers, but at the end of the day, when you start talking about chess, those players get to move all kinds of directions. Do you understand? Depending on what the piece is, it can move any kind of direction. Good morning, DJ. You know, come on in here, and so much mad love to you. DJ, you know, that's my guy, is a streamer. And if you're not following DJ, you know, quit your wicked ways, because you will be blessed. Now, back to this conversation. I need y'all to be clear on this, because you got to think farther down the road. You've got to think farther down the road. And I'm really trying to get us to understand why we need a black collective, and why, especially for black folk. But then again, if the house is on fire, I don't care what color the fireman is. I don't care what ethnicity the fireman is. I don't care the orientation of the fireman. I just need folks that are willing to help put the fire out. Do y'all understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? Come on, I need us to think. I need us to use that 3-pound piece of gray matter between your ears. So here we go. I need y'all to play chess and get off the checkerboard. And listen, I know checkers, you know, there can be a whole lot of strategy. I understand that. But listen, I'm telling you, when you got to figure out who's moving where, and each of those different pieces can move a different direction and a different way. And it's not just a straightforward or baby, I need y'all to pay attention. I need you to pay attention, because we in the chess game and some of y'all still trying to play checkers. So while you're worried about the violence, they don't care about you getting violent, because they know they gonna kill you. Ain't no question about it. They gonna kill you. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? I said what I said. They're going to kill you. For everybody got your faith in that gun and you think you getting ready to go to battle. This is what I was getting ready to say. And this is true. There are many in the racist regime that are just waiting for black folks to start a civil war. They waiting on y'all. Now, I said what I said, and I'll add to it before I take it back. You have some racist black folks right across the street from your house. I see you, K2. Same today. They don't care about protests, but the property. Rittenhouse got away with murder protecting a building. Honey, go ahead and sip, tall pumps. Go ahead and sip. He went out there to protect people's property, and they let that little boy go. Well, he ain't a little boy. He's a man. The power of the almighty dollar, Bronx Harlem girl. I need y'all to pay attention. So this is what I want you all to understand, because this ain't no game, and I'm not playing with this. There are many racist white people that want another civil war with a racial divide. Hear me when I say this, and this ain't, I'm telling you. So this is why I said you got to stop playing checkers when the game is chess. If you're going to play right into the enemy's hand, and that's the thing about an excellent chess player, they preemptively see what you're getting ready to move and how you're getting ready to move, and they'll set up that board. You understand what I'm saying? They'll set up their board and position their players so that you walk right into their trap. They set up that board and position their players so that you walk right into that trap. And they did it. They did it. No. Everything was established and set in order ahead of time, and you positioned your players. That's why they got all those judges at the federal level. You positioned your y'all. I need y'all to wake up and smell the coffee. That's why they positioned all those federal court judges. That's why they positioned the Supreme Court judges. That's why so many of the things that we saw happening while we were distracted about 45 out here talking crazy, they were positioning their chess pieces. Do y'all understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? And I'm talking about racist folk. They were positioning chess pieces so that I got somebody positioned here so that if you make this move, we're going to respond with that. I got my chess position on this other side of the board position here so that if you do this, we're going to respond with this kind of act. I've got this chess piece here so that if you do this, we've got this player position so that listen, it's already been premeditated and thought through. This is what I'm trying to say to those of the poor people and those of the black and brown people. We got to understand we're on a chessboard. You can't just keep jumping out here and just moving forward straight ahead because listen, that rook may be out there waiting on you. That bishop may be waiting on, even though that bishop's all the way on the other side of the board. They may have positioned that thing so that it's a clear path from this side of the board to that side of the board diagonally so they can get your tail and travel. You're not looking all the way on the other side of the board because you looking one step ahead like a pond. Or like, listen, I need y'all to understand. So at the end of the day, hit them in the pocketbooks, Disco Darren. Hit them in the pocketbooks. Oh, listen, what we tried back in 1927, we did that. But at the end of the day, Civil War, y'all, at the end of the day, I hear you, Disco. Disco's ready. Disco is ready. Listen, he said, shake your groove thing. Yeah. Listen. Y'all not going to win a civil war. I said what I said. And I appreciate everybody that's ready to go. Empress Meow, I hear y'all talking. I'm just trying to tell you. You gonna have to do some serious labor in the vineyard, and not that black folks are not great warriors, because we're great at strategizing, because yes, we are, but I'm just talking about sheer firepower. Now, that being said, how many of you all have seen The Woman King? If you've seen The Woman King, put a 1 in the chat. If you've seen The Woman King, put a 1 in the chat. They have the firepower, My Lock Journey. They have the firepower and the money. And therein lies the issue. They not only have the firepower, they have the money. And they're manufacturing the ammunition. Now, if y'all don't see a problem with that scenario right there, I just don't know how much more plainly I can paint that picture. They have the firepower, the money, and the ammunition. Now, you tell me how you going to outdo that. For everybody that's ready to go out here and have another civil war, I just think you better rethink that strategy before you jump out and do that. At the end of the day, and they're not going to ban assault rifles, tall pumps. They're not going to ban assault rifles because it gives a person an advantage, even though it may be one person against 10. If my clip holds 50 bullets, if my clip holds 100 bullets, I'm not scared of 10 because I can shoot you in one fell swoop with my clip. And 1 on 10 is no longer an issue. Do y'all understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? So I listen, and while you playing chess, you better have that whole board memorized. You understand the words that are coming out of SK8843's mouth. This is where we need to step back and strategize. We need to step back and think this thing through. And I'm not an advocate of violence. Y'all already know that. I don't have to keep saying that. But for those that might be new and think that I'm advocating some level of violence, I absolutely positively am not. I do not advocate violence. So But I am saying I need you to use your brain. Why did I ask about those? Let me come down and read the rest of these old tall pumps. They ain't just playing marbles. They ain't got no marbles. But anyway, they not just playing marbles. They listen. There's some method to their madness. Please believe it. A lot of that stuff that 45 did was on purpose. It seemed stupid and foolish to us, but there was a purpose and an agenda behind that. Please believe me when I say that. The man has issues, true enough, but a lot of that was premeditated and planned, and there was a purpose to the stuff that he was doing. Please believe that. So at the end of the day, I'm telling you, we have power because we are the largest consumers. And I'm going back my life journey. You're talking about the economics. We are the largest consumer. The black market is what sets the trend in purchasing. Do y'all hear that? Do you understand that? The black market sets the trend for marketing and purchasing because we are the biggest consumers. We don't have the most money, but we are the biggest consumers. What's wrong with that picture? So if we would take that money that we're putting into the coffers of people that don't have an agenda for equality and righteous living, if we would take that money and reposition those same dollars, I'm not talking about come up with some new dollars, redirect those same dollars and redirect those dollars someplace else. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Redistribute what we already spend, and y'all will spend it. Now, back to this point of they have the firepower. Just be clear on that. Now, this is what I also want to address because there is an ingenuity that black people have always had to have. We can make something out of nothing. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? We've always been a people that can make something out of nothing. Now, I recognize everybody in this stream is not black, but for my non-black participants and viewers in here, if you don't know, now you're going to know. Black people have always been able to make something out of nothing. And that's what we do. So, and we are very proficient at doing that. We are. So even when I talk about firepower and I said we're not going to win, I recognize, if y'all remember on The Woman King, and for those of you who haven't seen it, do yourself a favor. Do yourself a favor and see that movie. It is just absolutely priceless, in my opinion. But this is what I want to say. So when we look at the scenario where the little girl taught her mom something by showing her it's not always about the firepower in the guns, but when she took that powder, that gunpowder, and utilized it in a way that her mother had never seen it utilized before. And the mother realized, I can use that. I can use that. The thing about black people, even though we may not be the ones that are making the ammunition, we may not be able to afford all the guns, and especially the guns at the level that you can shoot a whole clip of XYZ. We can't afford that. And they got the firepower, they make the ammunition, and they got the money. That right there, yes, I recognize we can be ingenious and create some things, but y'all better start creating. That's all I'm gonna say. Before y'all jump out here and get in the middle of some kind of civil war scenario, y'all better be done created some stuff before you get out there. You better have a plan before you get to the battlefield, cause baby, otherwise, and again, let me stress once more and again, I am not an advocate of violence. I just personally am not. But especially in this scenario, I'm saying chess. What am I asking you to do? Step back and look. Now, we are the largest consumer. Who said that up there? I think, was it Light Eyes, My Life Journey? Whoever said, that's the truth. We are the largest consumer. And they build and they sell based on how we purchase. Wouldn't it make more sense? Because I need y'all to play chess and get off the checkerboard. Wouldn't it make more sense, since money is what really matters to them? They don't care about the violence. Do you know how long these folks have been violent? The same way we are proficient in making something out of nothing, these people are proficient in being violent. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? Queen Shanna, the lovely one, good morning to you. They are proficient in being violent. So they, and I'm gonna tell you what, Stacy 546 since they were born. This is what a long-term strategy is key, but you got to strategize. Y'all looking at the wrong stuff. You get all in your feelings. You get all in your emotions. You start going, oh, if they can get you in a rage, if they can get you in an uproar, if they can get you to burn up your own community. And I get it. We don't own any of it. But then where you going to live? You're homeless. You on the street because you don't burn your own house down talking about I don't own it. But at the end of the day, baby, you can't shop. You can't, what you gonna do? Yeah, I need you to think. I need you to think. I need you to think. Stop being reactionary from a place of rage and anger. We're not a vengeful people. And that's the truth. I say this to anybody. Black people are not vengeful. Typically, usually when you see somebody and you get this reaction of you kill my dog, I'll kill your cat, you know. Listen, that's typically, and even in the scenario after all we've been through in slavery and abuse and oppression, black people are not trying to kill up folk for the most part. Black people just want to be treated right. We ain't trying to kill nobody. We just want to be treated justly and fairly. You understand the words that are coming out of my mouth. So let's be clear on that. We're typically not. And I would purport that to take on this vengeful type behavior that's ruthless and murderous is not who we are. We're imitating what we've seen. And that's exactly, to me, what the racist right community would love for you to do by becoming violent, is to say, hey, come at us the same way we've come at you. Because once you come on our territory, once you come on something that we're familiar with, once you come into the arena and try to battle and battle us with things that you know nothing of, we gonna whoop your tail. But if you're telling us money, economics, economic power, economic growth, if I understand green is what they really, and then at the end of the day, let's be clear, most of the green that they make is off of the backs of what we have created. That part, most of the green that they enjoy is made off of what we created. Now, just let that sink in for a second. And I want you to think about that. If we are the creators and we are the innovators, and we have the biggest dollars in the marketing sector, why would we not continue to create, continue to come up with ideas, ingenious, witty inventions? Why would we not continue to do that and pour that into our own economy? Make it make sense. But y'all rather go out there and get shot up. I mean, I'm just saying. I'm just, help me understand it. Help me understand it. Your dollars, black dollars, are the largest consumer dollars. Y'all can't see that? I'm telling you, we talking checkers and chess. Y'all still on the checkerboard, but we playing chess, y'all. We playing chess. I need you to have a strategy. I need pieces that move in all kinds of directions. I need a piece. Listen, all of those, I need a pawn. Shall we go there? I need a pawn. I need a rook. I need a knight. I need a bishop. I need a king. I need a queen. I need pieces that know their strategy, that know their moves, that know their place on the board, that know how to cooperate with the rest of the kingdom. Do you understand the words that I'm coming out? I need people that understand how to strategically know the entire board, to know the squares, to know and strategize. I don't have to be on that side of the board if I've positioned my bishop, if I've given my bishop a good diagonal and a straight line to this piece right here, to this square right here, if I've got somebody protecting that square right here, even if they're all the way on the other side of the board, it doesn't matter their proximity if it's the right piece in the right position. Do y'all hear what I'm saying? Let me say it again. If it's the right piece in the right position. But y'all out here trying to move without thinking. You need strategy. You need strategy. Okay, if you say so, in my life's journey, every time you had to get heavy with white Americans, they stand down. Been dealing with them from my high school days at Mount Carmel. And you know Mount Carmel was 85% white when I attended that school. Disco Darren, I went to a predominantly white school as well. Stacy 546 is I love me some her. She loves me. She's black. I'm black. She's white. She can tell you our school was predominantly white. And at the end of the day, I understand all of that. But at the end of the day, we need strategy, and we need strategy behind dollars, not behind violence, in my opinion. Now, we don't have to agree. I get your position. I understand it fully. I respect everybody that's ready to go out there and man up and fight, sister up and fight. I respect all of y'all. But I'm telling you, in my opinion, the strategy comes from an economic base, and an economic base is the only thing, in my opinion, that's going to change our position. And that's my opinion. So Disco Darren said, in that case, we as people have got to get our own stuff that we give to them. Exactly. We need our own in that order. That's what I'm talking, Disco Darren. That's what I'm talking. Get our stuff and get our stuff together and own it. Own it. Do y'all hear me? Own it. Woo. You said a mouthful right there, Disco. And that's exactly what I'm saying. So listen, money talks. Bull hockey walks. Fairly. We have to be strategic, Tall Pumps. And this is why, come on, Glenda, this is why we have the Lion's Den. Because listen, when I tell you we're building something, but it's from a strategic place. It's not from folk just getting out here willy-nilly. What has willy-nilly gotten us so far? Absolutely nothing. Say it again. We are still in the same position that we were in the 50s and the 60s. Just a few of us have been allowed to have some houses. A few of us have been allowed to have some materialistic things. But baby, they'll come take that whenever they get ready to take it. They'll find a way to take it. What do you mean, STL? I'm looking right now where I moved from, and many of those houses in the areas, y'all know about gentrification, and for the people that wouldn't move, what did they do? They made the tax base on those houses so expensive that even the houses that were paid for, the people could not afford to pay the taxes. I said what I said. I said what I said. Honey 41, come on in here, and so much mad love to you. That part, Bronx, that's what I'm saying. Y'all don't understand. If I want that land, there's a way they gonna figure out to get that house that y'all love so much and so dearly and you done worked for. If they want your house, they gonna take it. I had a prime piece of property on a corner lot on the boulevard in a commercial area. When I would not sell out, they told me, we getting ready to take your stuff in eminent domain. They lowballed me on a price and then said, if you don't take this price, we're going to take this property in eminent domain. Do you understand the words I'm talking about? Please hear me. Y'all get caught up and y'all don't pay attention. Please believe it. Now, while they just come in and was going to take my property, I had a prime corner lot on one of the major boulevards. And I got people in here, no, I'm not lying. And at the end of the day, they wanted that property. And you know what they made out of it? They cut the grass, put a park bench on it. One park bench, might be two, park bench on it. And then it was in the area of the Negro Baseball League Museum. They wanted it for that. And it was a quasi-city. It wasn't city. It was a quasi-city entity. So they had the backing of the city, however. And so at the end of the day, they put a mural of baseball players on the wall. They took you understand the words are coming out of my mouth. Now they threw me some cheap cash and nowhere near what the property was worth. Nowhere near what the property was worth. And threatened me with eminent domain because they wanted that property back. And they did all of that to put two park benches and a mural. You understand what I'm saying? A mural. So while y'all out here thinking that you doing all this, that, and the other to protect what you got, I need you to pay attention. I need you to pay attention. Let that marinate. Just marinate on that. Oh, fairly. And they mean that thing. They'll bulldoze you right off that property, just like they did in The Color Purple. Do y'all hear me talking? DJ, you know, you did it. Okay, y'all sharing. This is where I want us to understand. We've got to strategize. We've got to strategize. And there has to be a means by which listen, we talked yesterday about, has this brother, what has he litigated? What has he won? And there are legal firms out there. There are black legal firms out there that are doing the work. There are black legal firms out there that are litigating. There are black legal firms that are out there litigating and winning for their clients. Y'all, we've got to do more than looking at the shiny object and then everybody jumps on a bandwagon. I'm going to say it again, and I don't often, thank you for those roaring biddies, SK8843, we're building something. I'm going to say it again, and I don't elaborate a lot because I try to temper my words when you start talking black on black. Because listen, if you're out there doing something, I want to try to encourage you. But at the end of the day, I'm going to say what I always have said about Ben Crump ever since he appeared out of the blue. Where did this man come from? Ever since he appeared out of the blue, I've said from day one, he is an ambulance chaser. And I said what I said, and I'll add to it before I take it back. Now, y'all, I went there. But I need us to pay attention. I need us to become knowledgeable and not just swallow stuff hook, line, and sinker. Don't just drink the Kool-Aid because I don't even care if it's popular in the community. I need you to pay attention. I need you to investigate. I need you to have an inquiring mind that wants to know. This okie doke that they just keep working on the black community. They do it to you in church. And I always put church first because that's one of the strongest places that we can okie doke, y'all, is in the church. Listen, we do it to you in school through your indoctrination. Listen, what did Jane say the other day? We're not teaching you. We're not educating you. You're being indoctrinated in the public school system. Hear me. And listen, I don't care if they're indoctrinating your kids at school. You should be educating them at home. I said what I said. I don't care if they're indoctrinating your child in the school system because you can't afford a private school and da-da-da-da-da. If your child needs to go to the public school system, I'm not mad at you, but educate your child at home. Don't just turn your child over to the system. What are they teaching your child? What does your child know about their history? What does your child know about the truth? Versus, I don't care what they read in that book. Slaves were basically happy people. You show me oh, Jesus. The slaves were happy people. They were happy on those plantations. And then your child is like, Mama, they told me the slaves were happy. Could it be, y'all? I gotta go here. Could it be? The devil. Baby, that ain't nothing but that old slimy devil. But if your child is not being educated, they're gonna believe what they were taught at school. Do y'all understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? So I hope y'all hear what I'm saying. I hope y'all hear what I'm saying. And please believe, SK8843, THINK, think, use that brain that's between your ears, because it's there for more. As my grandfather, my uncle used to say, your head is for more than just a hat rack. How about that? Your head is for more than just a hat rack. Parents, grandparents, educate these children. Make sure that they are educated. SK88, I see the highway to hell. That's exactly what it is. Make sure your children and your families are educated. Make sure, do you even know your family history and your family tree? Some of y'all, if I ask you to say, who are your aunties, who are your uncles, who are your first cousins, some of y'all be like, I don't know. Do y'all understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? I don't know. I have no clue. If you don't know where you come from, how do you know where you're going? I said something right there. If you don't know where you've come from, happy about what? I see you, Glenda. If you don't know where you've come from, how are you going to know where you're going? And there you have it. Now, I got some news from Views. They broke our families up so bad, but sometimes, Tall Pumps, we have the power, we have the ability, we have the energy to make something different and to learn something different, but we just won't do it. So at the end of the day, you know, I'm not going to blame everything on them. What are we doing? How are we educating our children? What are we doing with the babies that we have access to? You know, these are inquiring minds want to know. These are things that I want us to really, really think about. I'm going to show this because one of you put it out here. I think it was Tall Pumps. And so this is, I'm going to say this, and it's 8:38, and then we're going to go into our positive side. I want to get this in this week. This has been out. Some of you may have seen it. But this, a lot of what I said today, pay attention, because the racist white culture will come out and say, oh, they over there talking that woke stuff. They over there talking that woke stuff. Oh, they just woke. Stacy 546, yes, you would make a great double agent, because nobody would suspect an Opie Taylor looking old lady. When I tell you Stacy 546 is an ally to the cause, she is, and I appreciate her. And that's why I say, please hear me when I talk. I'm not talking against all white people, because there's some white people that are heavier for the cause. When I tell you Stacy 546 will fight harder for the cause than some black folks I've seen, I'm talking about what I know, and I'm talking about what is in actuality. Stacy 546 as a white woman is out here fighting harder than some of the black people I see on a regular. Y'all sitting on your beds of ease and just walking on down a flowery path like ain't nothing. This is the best life. And your brothers and sisters out here struggling and dying. And Stacy 546 is in the fight, and I appreciate you for that, and for every other white brother and sister that's out there standing with us. She said Opie. She said Opie. She said Opie. And at the end of the day, I don't care who helps to put the fire out. Our house is on fire. I don't care who helps put the fire out. I ain't turning nobody away. And I'm not talking against anybody except for the racist people. And as I said earlier, there's some racist black people. There's some racist other Asians. There's some racist Native Americans. There's some racist fill in the blank. Listen, there's a whole lot of racism. That's what I'm standing against. So I love it. I love it. I love it. I want us to look at this. So this is going to be the last thing I'm going to show. And then we're going to talk about some positive things here in these last 20 minutes. But this right here and this idea that everything that I'm saying is all woke, 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 woke. I'm so sick of hearing woke. I'm so sick of hearing Karens and Kens talk about woke. And this right here is so perfect for everybody, all the Karens and the Kens and the Uncle Toms and the Uncle Tams that are out there. Uncle Tom got an Uncle Tammy right on their side. At the end of the day, y'all out here talking about, I'm sick of hearing woke. Can you define it, please?
Americans consider themselves very liberal, and probably fewer of them consider themselves to be woke. And so, you know, when we
what
talk
does that
about
mean to
traditional
you? Would you mind defining woke? Because it's come up a couple times, and I just want to make sure we're on the same page.
So, I mean, woke is sort of the idea that this is going to be one of those moments that goes viral. I mean, woke is something that's very hard to define, and we've spent an entire chapter defining it. It is sort of the understanding that we need to totally reimagine and redo society in order to create hierarchies of oppression. Sorry, it's hard to explain in a 15-second soundbite.
Yeah, look, your time.
One more time, because I'm going to do it.
Americans consider themselves very liberal, and probably fewer of them consider themselves to be woke. And so, you know, when we
what
talk
does that
about
mean
traditional...
to you? Would you mind defining woke? Because it's come up a couple times, and I just want to make sure we're on the same page.
So, I mean, woke is sort of the idea that this is going to be one of those moments that goes viral. I mean, woke is something that's very hard to define, and we've spent an entire chapter defining it. It is sort of the understanding that we need to totally reimagine and redo society in order to create hierarchies of oppression. Sorry, it's hard to explain in a 15-second soundbite.
Yeah, look, your time.
I want to do this one more time because I'm just enjoying it. I just, listen. This blesses my whole shondo. Listen, and Empress Meow said 404 not found. One more time for good measure and good pleasure.
Americans consider themselves very liberal, and probably fewer of them consider themselves to be woke. And so, you know, when we talk about traditional...
What does that mean to you? Would you mind defining woke? Because it's come up a couple times, and I just want to make sure we're on the same page.
So, I mean, woke is sort of the idea that this is going to be one of those moments that goes viral. I mean, woke is something that's very hard to define, and we've spent an entire chapter defining it. It is sort of the understanding that we need to totally reimagine and redo society in order to create hierarchies of oppression. Sorry, it's hard to explain in a 15-second soundbite.
Yeah, look, your time.
I'm sorry. I promise this is going to be the last time, but I love this so much. Y'all just don't know how this is blessing my shondo. Listen, Karen, talk, Karen, talk, Karen, talk.
Americans consider themselves very liberal, and probably fewer of them consider themselves to be woke. And so, you know, when we talk about traditional...
What does that mean to you? Would you mind defining woke? Because it's come up a couple times, and I just want to make sure we're on the same page.
So, I mean, woke is sort of the idea that this is going to be one of those moments that goes viral. I mean, woke is something that's very hard to define, and we've spent an entire chapter defining it. It is sort of the understanding that we need to totally reimagine and redo society in order to create hierarchies of oppression. Sorry, it's hard to explain in a 15-second soundbite.
Yeah, look, your time.
blazes me all the way down to my toes. Oh, somebody said run it back. This is the video of the day.
Americans consider themselves very liberal, and probably fewer of them consider themselves to be woke. And so, when we
What
talk
does that
about
mean to
traditional
you? Would you mind defining woke? Because it's come up a couple times, and I just want to make sure we're on the same page.
So, woke is sort of the idea that this is going to be one of those moments that goes viral. Woke is something that's very hard to define, and we've spent an entire chapter defining it. It is sort of the understanding that we need to totally reimagine and redo society in order to create hierarchies of oppression. It's hard to explain in a 15-second soundbite.
Yeah, look, your time.
And when she said, please take your time. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Listen, please take your time. That chick could have had all the time in the world, and she still couldn't wait. She couldn't define woke. This right here is so apropos to, listen, when I tell you that these are talking points in the racist community, okay? These are listen, Joanna G, I'm telling you. Woo! I love it, Joanna. It takes me out. These talking points that you find repeated, regurgitated, rehearsed in the racist communities. And so what will happen, I'll tell you, what will happen is that they hear these talking points in their communities, and they just come out and they repeat these talking points. It's like rote memory. It's memorized by rote. Rote is you just say it enough times and you repeat it. You may not even be paying attention to the words that you're using, but just rote memory, just over and over and over. It's 404 not found took me out my life journey. 404 not found took me out. So you have rote memorization that's going on in these racist communities. And then what you see is that when people come out with a comment or a statement, they go back and pull out this memorized script, because it's really, can I tell y'all, this is exactly why, and I know y'all do it and y'all have reasons for it. I feel like one of the worst things we ever did on these jobs was go to these daggum scripts. Now, some of y'all love it. Some of y'all like it. Some of you couldn't function on your job any other kind of way if you didn't have that script. If you cannot learn the information and then know how to communicate that communication and knowledge that you've learned effectively, then no, you cannot do this job. All of these scriptings and all of this other crap that we've come up with because folks cannot figure out how to communicate says to me, you don't even know. And you know how I know they don't know? When you ask a question that causes them to come outside of that script, they are clueless. They are clueless. They're just like 45's public, what was that chick? His public information officer. She was, you asked her a question, she got tabs in the book. She's trying to find the tabs so she can read the right script. I'm sick of scripts. Oh my God, I'm sick of scripts. But at the end of the day, this is exactly what happens in the racist communities. They hear a point They memorize their racist talking point and they don't even know what they're talking about. You in here got nerve to bring up a point about being woke, and when the chick asks you, what does that mean? This is what you get. And this right here, I could play this 100 times today.
Americans consider themselves very liberal, and probably fewer of them consider themselves to be woke. And so, you know, when we
what
talk
does that
about
mean to
traditional
you? Would you mind defining woke? Because it's come up a couple times, and I just want to make sure we're on the same page.
So, I mean, woke is sort of the idea that this is going to be one of those moments that goes viral. I mean, woke is something that's very hard to define, and we've spent an entire chapter defining it. It is sort of the understanding that we need to totally reimagine and redo society in order to create hierarchies of oppression. Sorry, it's hard to explain in a 15-second soundbite.
Yeah, look, your time.
Now, and listen, because we got to get ready to get up out of here and go to Rebels, because I could play this all day, fairly all day, so I can see this 100 times. Listen, now, when I hear this, and again, regurgitating and rote memory on talking points, I'm going to go back to the baby that we talked about on yesterday that went to the police and went more than once and told them he was being chased by a mob of white men in these trucks. And they said he was having a quote unquote mental event and sent him back out in the street. And then he went to the store, and the store people told him he could not stay there and wait for his ride to come pick him up because he feared for his life, genuinely, unlike these popo. And then 20 miles away, they find his body completely dismembered. And the popo come out with the talking point, the animals in the forest ate him. And this is what I want you to hear, because it's funny, but it's not funny. And yes, literal tears, just from listening to this foolish woman who could not describe or define woke, even though she's using it over and over and over again, but doesn't even know what the term means, but she's talking on that talking point. When I tell you, when I went out and watched the video, what was it that almost all of the white people, and I'm going to say racist white people, were saying in the comments under that post? But what can we do when the animals did it? What can we do? We can't stop animals from eating the carcass. We can't stop animals from eating. And so what? No foul play, SK 8843. No foul play. Mr. Carter deserves better. These talking points that get distributed and disseminated amongst racist white people and racist people, period. They don't even realize how much of a zombie they are. Listen, it's the Walking Dead. Tell me what to say. Now, I'm going to say this because some of y'all are experiencing this on your jobs. Some of this, you all experiencing this in other. White people that are racist and don't care about black folk, I want y'all to pay attention, because they will pick you for talking points because they don't have the mind to think on their own what to say. I said what I said and I meant what I said. There are these individuals that don't have a clue. They cannot think for themselves. They're waiting for someone to give them the talking point because their brains do not work. That's how indoctrinated they are and how deep they are off into the system. I don't know what to say until you tell me what to say. The minute you tell me what to say, I can run like my lips like I got diarrhea. I'm talking right here, and y'all need to hear what I'm saying. I want y'all to pay attention to the people that's always dragging on you for a talking point. Baby, if you can't think for yourself, if you cannot process for yourself, don't come to me to carry your tail. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? Let them be just like this young woman right here. Let them be left out there flapping in the wind looking like the foolish people that they are because you don't have the brain to think about and process, because this brainwashing mode and mentality that the United States has operated in so effectively, where people cannot think, but they know how to regurgitate and speak those talking points that they heard somebody say, those days are over. Those days, let those days be over. Stop carrying people that cannot think for themselves. Come on, SK 8843, Wreaths on Parade. We're done with Wreaths on Parade. We're done with Wreaths on Parade. And if you find yourself being that one that frequently gets up and regurgitates these talking points, miss me with that. Miss me with that. Coming up with we can't control the animals eating the body. Yeah, but you could have controlled the folks that were following him in the truck. You could have controlled that. You could have controlled actually looking and investigating in the situation instead of saying he's having a mental health event and leaving him out there open and vulnerable to racist folk to kill him and dismember him. You could have done something about that. That you could have done something about. So miss me with that. Miss me with that. And I'm telling you, when I hear folks come at me with talking points, just be ever whit clear. STL has just turned you off. Just turned you, because I ain't got time to listen to your talking points about me being woke. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Now, I'm telling y'all, that clip is out there for anybody that wants to go out there and enjoy it. It is both in, quite honestly, Tall Pumps put it in news from Views today. I put it in a couple of days ago. And so you can find it in either location, Slumber, Slept, and Slobbered. But if you would like to enjoy woke and the definition thereof that never materialized, if you would like to enjoy that to the fullest, go on out there to my Discord channel, because it is out there for y'all to enjoy for your viewing pleasure. Because baby, that one's good. That is a good one. And understand, when you come against a lot of these energies and they're talking these talking points, don't even waste your breath, because they don't have a brain to think. They don't have a brain to process. They're just regurgitating what they said, what they heard somebody else say, and they're trying to make that their talking point. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your time on them folks. They just talking. Honey, they just talking, baby. They just talking. Don't even waste your time. They ain't thought, not one original thought. Do you hear what I'm saying? Not one original thought. They're regurgitating what they heard people say. That's all. They don't have not one original thought in their head. Keep it moving. Now, with that being said, we getting ready to get up out of here. Y'all, I'm telling y'all. Tall Pumps, you said, miss me with that. My life journey, shaking my head fairly all day. I've learned to keep my mouth shut now. Go back to your desk. Oh, wait a minute. Listen, y'all got to warn me before y'all put some of this stuff in. Let me pull. Wait a minute. I got to finish this stream, but I want to holler. Oh, my God. Okay, let me bring it back. Bring it back. Bring it back, Regina. Bring it back. All right. So listen. Woo! Stacy 546. They have a whole section in the department that does just that. It's called animal control. Come on here. At all. Empress Meow, you got a good laugh out of that. Y'all got me cracking up. Listen, this was a good laugh. This was a good laugh, my lock journey. Folks that say that regurgitating that mess makes you want to just walk up and punch them in the mouth. See, lady, see, it really does. It makes you just want to punch them in the throat. Not the throat, but the throat. It makes you just want to do a chop to the throat. I can't take it. I can't take it. Do you have one original talk? Don't come with me regurgitating that mess. Get away from me. Exactly, my life journey. Cassandra Woke, I see you laughing. Stacy, y'all got me dying. Don't remember this one, but it tickled your Shondo. For whoever put it out, okay, Tall Pumps, whoever put it out there, I'm telling you, it was a good one. Brock's Harlem Girl, I see you. SK, they're parroting the Fox channel. Ooh, don't even get me started on that. That's a whole nother show. The animal control should have controlled the human animals. And there you have it, Stacy 546. And that's a real, even though it's said in jest, that's a real statement. The animal control should have controlled the human animals, because those two walking homopeds on 2 feet out here killing folk, but acting like animals. We need that to be dealt with. Michelle Brown, I'm telling you, it's funny. If you can't explain something in basic terms, mean you never understood it yourself. Empress Meow, you better come on with that. This is Heavy Talk 404, not found, Disco Darren. So listen, I can't help. I got that. That laugh came from my mama. Empty wagon makes no noise. Come on here, truck driver. You better talk. Y'all, I appreciate all the conversation, all the laughter. Bronx Girl, K2 Hoop, Empress Meow, Fairly All Day. Y'all have taken me out. Y'all have taken me out today. The animals are more civilized than the humans, Fairly All Day. And unfortunately, that part right there. Unfortunately, that part right there. And Karen might lose her job behind that one. She talking about this is going to go viral. She knew that was about to go viral. She knew that was about to go viral, as it did and as it should have. The ignorance of people that just regurgitate the talking points from racist America. Miss me with that. Some humans do belong in the animal kingdom. Let me read that correctly. Humans do belong to the animal kingdom, and you're right there, Joanna G. But we ain't got to be and act like wild animals out in the forest. Unfortunately, that is the case with many of our racist counterparts. So at the end of the day, she should have been ready. If she knew that interview was coming, she should have been ready. And she surely should have known the definition and how to define the words that she's using in her own commentary. So there you have it, y'all. That is Yes You for this week, her 15-second soundbite. And that's the other thing. Let me step on that for just a second, where she tries to she was really trying to use that My Lock journey like a throw off. This 15-second soundbite, that's what you're going to make. Listen, ma'am, miss me with that. You're ignorant. Do you understand the words coming out of my mouth? You, ma'am, are ignorant. You're ignorant. You ain't even ignorant. You're just ignorant. With that being said, we on our way out of here, y'all. It's another day. It's another week. We've done a great job here in the Lion's Den, and I appreciate every last one of you. Can we get on up out of here? Can we get on up out of here? It's time to go. We're going over to Rebel's house. Ride this raid train over, because we're going to have a good time. Well, this has been another edition of Yes You O Cube, one-on-one, just me and you. I am your spiritual thought leader, Regina L. Stillman. And listen, I appreciate everybody that came in the Lion's Den to learn and to listen and to share and to sojourn on today. Listen, you can follow me. I'm on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, Patreon, Discord, and more. I'm out there, y'all. And you know, I'm not just in here advocating that we want change. I'm in here advocating that we be the change that we want to see. Rise up and do this economic collaborative. It's got to happen, y'all, because we've got to be the change that we want to see. You're not in this alone. This Pride, Pride, this Pride Alliance is relentless, and you're going to hear us roar. It's us, you, me, we all in this thing together. And listen, we are not scared. I'm not no scaredy cat. At the end of the day, I ain't scared of no ghost. I ain't scared of no racist. I ain't scared of none of y'all. At the end of the day, I got power, I got love, I got a sound mind. My mantra, I am all powerful in love. I got boss energy. You better ask somebody. Now listen here, thank you for all of the support that's been here in the Lion's Den. I appreciate you for those roaring biddies, SK8843. The Rebel Inc., Shelly Thunder, Michelle Browner are the best moderators in the world. Thank you for those resubs, Original Man, Z-Lady C, and Michelle Browno. I appreciate you for that. I appreciate everybody that came in the Lion's Den. All the streamers that are here, go ahead and put the one in the chat and put your information, because we want to follow you. This This beautiful music is brought to us courtesy and by permission, Regina Sims, and you don't want to miss that project. Won't be this way always. Now come on and ride this raid train with me, because this raid train is moving. We're going over to the Rebel Inc. Should you miss the opportunity to get on the train and get left, just go ahead and go Twitch TV/The Rebel Inc. and you can join us over there if you missed the train. At the end of the day, you know how my moderators say it. Listen, have an amazing day. And with this being Friday, have an amazing weekend on purpose. Do what you love what you do, and peace for your journey. DJ Rockin' Ron in the house. Good morning to you, sir.